2 equals 16, and 5 times 2 equals 10. That looks like the rule. 2 times 2, 3 times 2, 8 times 2, 5 times 2. So the rule is multiply 2. You have to figure out the rule, and it has to be only one rule. See? Over here it goes up. Goes up. These are positive numbers that go up. Higher it gets, the harder it gets. And the lower it goes, negative, the colder it gets. Before 0 is negative number. Adding integers.
I'm gonna have to write that.
Yes, the rules. These 2 rules are very important. It's going to help you to remember how to add them. First rule, if the signs are the same, add and keep the same sign. So if you have 2 positives, add it, and it's going to be a positive. If you have 2 negatives, add it, and it's still going to be a negative. If the signs are the same, when we are adding it. Nine. These both 2 and 7 are positive numbers, and you're going to add them, and it's going to still be a positive. But look at this one. Negative 2 and negative 7. We're adding it. Negative 2 and negative 7, we're adding those. It's a 9, where the sign still will be a negative. Number 2, if the signs are different, subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. And that's the tricky one. So you have to really think about that. If the signs are different, if you have a negative and a positive, you're going to subtract, but you keep the sign of the larger number. 8. And it comes out of negative 2. Hopefully that bulb gonna come in and we'll be over in their room, and it'll be easier for you to see, and I'll be able to write on the board at the same time. So we're just hoping that bulb gonna come in. You won't have to be looking over the computers. So why is that 2 a negative?
Because the 10 is larger than 8.
Right, because the 10 is larger than the 8. Very good. 10, a positive 10, and a negative 8. And it comes out a positive 2 because
It's still a larger number.
it's right. The 10 is the largest number. So you keep the sign of the larger number. Any questions before we go on? Because we're about to practice. Questions? Number 1. Number 1 has 2 negative numbers. We're still adding. What? Negative 13. Right. Because negative, we're adding these because they're the same sign. Okay? Now this is different. we have a negative and a positive. We're still gonna add, we're not gonna add, we're going to do what? Subtract, and we keep the high number. -5. Good. Let's go to number 3. A negative and a positive. We do what? Subtract, and we keep. Alright. Number 4. Negative and a negative. We do what?
Negative.
Add. And we keep the sign. Negative and negative. And we add. Am I going too fast? Okay. 16, positive and a negative. But do you need to do math? You sure you need to be in this class? Right. Huh, yeah, you have to subtract. So it's not would it be a 21? 11. Because you had to subtract, remember, when the signs are different, you have to subtract. And why is this a positive and not a negative? Right, big number, 16 positive. Okay, there's a negative and a negative. Add, and keep the same sign. Negative. There's a positive and a negative, so we subtract, and we keep the sign of the bigger number, negative. Any questions? Oh.
Can I get a printout?
Huh?
Can I get a printout?
You know what? If I could, I promise I would. But let me tell you this, I'm going to try and remember to do it at my school. I'll print it out for you at my school, and then I try to remember to bring it. Okay. First we added integer numbers. Now we're subtracting. So write this down. Rewrite the problem using the following steps. First, keep it. Keep the first number as it is. This is when we're subtracting. The second one, change it. Change the operation. And the operation is add or subtract. That's the operation. Keep the first number. You change the operation, so if it's adding, you change it to subtract. If it's subtracting, you change it to add. Switch it. Change the sign of the second number. So if it's a negative 9, we change it to a positive 9. If it's a positive 8, we change it to a negative 8. Change the sign of the second number, not the first one. We leave the first one alone. We keep it as it is. Follow the addition rule. Example. So the original problem says -6 minus 4. But if we look at these rules right here, we are going to keep this 6 as it is, where it says keep the first number as it is. Then it was subtracting, but we changed the operation to plus or adding, or whatever you want to say. Then it switched the sign of the second number. So this was a positive 4. And we switched it to a negative 4. So negative and negative, and follow the addition rule. So a negative and a negative you add, and the sign stays the same, negative 10. Okay, here's another one. A negative 8, and it's subtracting a negative 72. They kept the, sorry. They kept the 8 as it was, keep the first number. They changed the operation, it was a subtraction, they changed it to a addition. And then they switched the sign of the second number. So it was a negative 72, and now it's a positive 72. And when you adding a negative and a positive, you subtract. And you keep the sign of the bigger number, 64. Okay, let's practice.
So repeat that again. So y 6, and you said
6 is negative. Negative 6 right here. We keep it we keep it the same. Keep that number the same, don't change it. Then we change the operation. It was a minus, but we changed it to a plus. Okay? Then we switch the sign of the second number. This 4 was a positive. Now don't get that, don't get this little sign thinking this is a negative 4. It's not a negative 4. It's a positive 4. This is the sign that said you need to subtract. You get that? And then they changed that positive 4 to a negative 4. And then you go back and follow the rules. And the rules for addition is 2 signs that's the same, you do what? You do what? Add. You add and keep the same number. Keep the same sign, right? You add. And that's what they did right here. Sure, yeah. And they'll look somewhat. Right here again. 8 minus negative 72. They kept the first number the same. The 8, right here. Negative 8. They changed the operation. This was minus. They changed it to plus. Then they switched the sign of the second number. Negative 72 went to a positive 72. And when you have a negative and a positive, you subtract. And keep the sign of the bigger number, which is 72. So let's practice. Okay. What's the first thing we do? The 8 does what? Stay the same. I'm sorry. And then this minus changed to plus. And then this 6 changed to negative. And a negative 8 and a negative 6 equals a negative 14. Let's see. Alright. Okay, let's do it again. That 5 stays the same. We change the operation to a plus addition. And then this 4 changes to a -4. -5 plus a -4 equal to -9. Sign right here. That 5 stays the same. This changes to a plus. This changes to +2. So this should be, okay, who would like to explain number 4 to the class? Come on, somebody.
4 goes to a plus.
Huh?
The 4 stays the same.
The 4 stays the same.
The plus goes to a plus. The
Then
negative.
this,
The negative, or I mean the subtract.
the subtraction sign changes to a
A plus.
plus. That
Negative,
5,
Positive 5.
positive 5, so,
Positive 9.
all right. Who learned it? Who else? Come on, come on, come on. We're gonna have a test Thursday, come on.
7 stay the same.
7 stays the same.
It's gonna be a plus sign.
Yep, this changes to a plus.
6 gonna be a negative.
-6, so negative and negative equal a negative.
13.
Right. All right. Any questions? That means you got it, right? You ready? What's it? 30. All right. Just study those signs. Study those negative signs. Just study. Once you get that in your head of what you're supposed to do, you'll be able to solve the problem. Any questions? I don't want to get into that right now. I'll stop right here. I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm just going by the list that they gave me who will be in my class.
What is that math?
From here on out.
What?
It's gonna be like this from here on out. Or Tuesday on out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
So, reading?
It depends on if you're in her class. If you're in Miss Palmer's class, she only teaches the reading. And you'll be in her class for, we won't switch anymore. We won't, you'll be in another room, matter of fact.
So she provide all subjects.
The reading, just the reading, she'll just provide reading.
So y'all going off the scores, reading score.
Not me, the people downstairs. I'm just going by what they gave me.
But isn't it logical for them to just go based off the score?
Yeah, it's supposed, that's how they're supposed to do it, yes. Yeah.
So you have like a up just look for locus.
Locus,
Locus.
Lopez, Emilio, you'll be in my class.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. I have, I don't know why I have so many. Huh?
So you're math, right?
Yes, I'm mad.
I used to have the guy downstairs, Mr. Harvey.
Mr. Harvey,
He was
okay.
real good.
Yeah.
There was similar to those, but we were doing
Nope. That's the last name, right?
Nah, it's from
What's your last name?
Subsidiary.
With an S?
Yeah. SAUCED.
Bây giờ trên Việt Nam
Oh, what is
B
that?
B O U last name
B,
O U
the last name?
yeah
B-O? No, you're not? Nope.